I'm Beth Hatt. I'm the founder of Aquila. We've had to pivot this year. We're not able to travel, but we also have had crews canceled. So we have adapted our training to online and virtual. And the next clips are a Service Excellence COVID edition. So if you have to wear a mask and you have to be distanced, how do you give the best service? This would fit any industry, any service industry in the country. So we still travel around the world, but this time virtually.
Because excellent service really comes from the heart. Guests can feel it. And we need to show them that we really care for our guests now more than ever. And we need that to be genuine, to be authentic, and we need to engage with our guests in a way that shows them that we really care. And the number one way that we can do this is through our communication. Communication is so critical. And we want to ensure that we are communicating with honesty, with empathy, and with sincerity. In difficult times, it's best to communicate more than we normally would. Because we're wearing masks and we're distancing, there are fewer of those nonverbal cues for guests to feel that warm welcome and that excellent service. I find it helpful to talk to guests in the same way that I would welcome a friend into my home. Be mindful of your tone of voice and the reason that you're doing things. It's important to get it right because good communication can really build trust.
And so on the next slide, you'll see that reminder that we started with at the very beginning, that as the people who are interacting with our guests, we are the ones who hold the guest experience in our hands. We are shaping their experience, we are influencing their experience, and we are really looking to make sure that it is excellent for them. And the way we make them feel and the experience that they have is what they're going to talk about. And so again, as we said at the beginning, the world is watching. And as cruise resumes and our reputations for how we're doing things and the experience our guests are having in our destination, that's reflected in the service that we provide. That's what's building our reputation.
Hi cruise friends, it's Melanie from the Aquila Academy. Here in Canada we have spectacular scenery, incredible nature and wildlife, including my friend the magnificent moose. And if you go out into the Canadian wilderness, you can actually call a moose. Some people do it with their voices, some buy professional moose callers, but you can actually do it just with a tin can and a shoestring. All you need to do is get a juice can, empty that out, and you want to cut a hole in one end. In the other end, make a little puncture. Then take your cotton shoelace, get it wet with water, thread it through that hole, and you're good to go. And once you get out into the woods, you're going to start by making the call of the female moose. She's always the one to make the first move, and she has a call that's low, melodious, kind of sounds something like this. So that's our female moose calling. And then the male moose, if he's nearby, he'll answer. And he answers in a way that some people say is maybe a little bit typical of men, a little grunt. It sounds like this. So that's your male moose. So if you get out into the woods with your moose caller, you call that female moose. You hear that male moose answer. And then you want to get out of the way because love's about to blossom in the Canadian wilderness. Thanks for joining us today at the Aquila Academy. Remember to subscribe and tune in for what fun we're up to next time.